Saturday, but there are folks who are food insecure. But there's an East Toledo organization hoping to rectify that situation. Pastor Matt Smith is from God's Instruments, and he joins us this morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for having us again.
Absolutely. So first of all, talk a little bit about God's Instruments and what exactly you guys do.
Well, we're a food pantry, like you said, located in East Toledo. Our address is 1705 Tracy Street, Toledo, Ohio, 43605. And we're really open to anybody that is in need of food. We serve on the first and third Saturday of every single month. Again, all you really have to do is show up. No one's turned away. We do ask that you bring an ID and a bill or some kind of proof of residence. But again, it's not required. We will not turn anybody away. Anybody that's also homebound that can't make the in-person pass outs is welcome to call our hotline. It's 419-214-2648. And it's not just our main number. You'll get put on our delivery list. You leave a message saying that you're homebound, can't make the pass out, and we'll put you right on the delivery list. Deliveries usually go out the Friday or Saturday of the month, first and third, just depending on the weather.
So how long have you guys been doing this, and have you noticed an increase in need in recent months?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So we've been doing it, honestly, since 2018. When the pandemic hit, we saw a really good increase, a great increase, I would say. And then, honestly, when the government was giving people the stimuluses and the sort of funds that they were giving out that were available to people, our numbers did kind of die down. But those stimulus money and all that kind of good jazz is done. So our numbers have now increased. Just this week alone, there will be over 65 deliveries that go out. Hopefully this Friday, so pray for our delivery people and volunteers with this weather coming, or Saturday. But just 65 alone are going to be getting deliveries this week. Before, when all that was happening, we were about 20 to 30 deliveries. Just since this year, we've helped thousands. I mean, just thousands since January of this new year, getting mouths fed between the deliveries and in-person pass outs. The need is really there, and thank God that he has placed people like us to help. That's all we want to do, is truly just be there to help people.
You know, Matt, as we've noticed in recent weeks and months, we talk about inflation. We talk about food costs. You know, when I go to the grocery store, everything is more expensive, and I have to budget for that and maybe change the way that I shop for my groceries. Have you all had to do the same? Has it been difficult for you guys to get donations or to buy those items to supply to these families?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, it really has. And it's really hit us in our area where the needs are for stuff that food stamps don't buy. You know, like food stamps don't buy your toilet paper. They don't buy your soaps. They don't buy your everyday basic essentials that you don't even think about that are truly a need for somebody else. Toothpaste, tissues, paper towels, that sort of stuff we have to totally buy out of pocket. And the inflation alone has really hit us hard. So any sort of way that we could feel a need to help, we'd be more than grateful. You could go to godsinstruments.com and make monetary donations, or even do drop-offs right to the pantry at 1705 Tracy Street, Toledo, Ohio. We also have a Maumee location if you would need that address.
So if you want to make those donations to help these folks out so they can continue to serve the community, what types of items then? You mentioned the soap and the toilet paper, that isn't covered by food stamps. What goes into a box that someone picks up on Saturday?
So the boxes are preset with basic food items that you would need, like your proteins, and then we have soups and also like ravioli, spaghettis, vegetables, that sort of stuff is all pre-boxed. But then we also allow the shop items, so people can go through. There's one table that's set up with more food. That's like I would say the good stuff, that we get in bulk of through your various food banks like Seagate or Northwest. They get to pick that stuff out themselves, like the good snacks that we always say. And then we have our hygiene table where they would pick out their hygiene items. It can be tampons, hand soap, body soap, toothpaste, even toothbrushes, that sort of stuff that we're using on an everyday need people don't even have access to. And you believe it or not, that stuff moves so quick. It even moves faster than the food sometimes.
Yeah, I bet. And it's these needs that we need every single day. So the next pantry is Saturday, so just a couple days from now, from is it 10 to noon, and where is it located?
Yes, ma'am. 10 to noon this Saturday at 1705 Tracy Street, Toledo, Ohio, 43605. Again, 10 to noon, and it's open to anybody that is really in need of food. You just show up at that address, and our volunteers thrive on what we say, that Chick-fil-A service. You really are cared about all the way around. You will leave there with a smile on your face, knowing that you are cared for, loved, and just welcomed. It's not a burden to come to us. It is really a friendship. We are establishing friendships with these people when they come to God's Instruments Food Pantry. They really do know that they have friends in the community that care about them and that will help them meet just their basic everyday needs. And that's what we're trying to do.
Matt, thank you so much for serving our community and for joining us this morning.
Amanda, thank you again for the opportunity. And as always, God bless you. As most say, goodbye.
Thank you.